Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Ponytail Tournament production from Poppy Waterman Ice Arena, also known as Lake Delton Ice Arena. My name is Matt Panier. Happy to be bringing you all of this action. Round-robin contest between the IceSpirit and the Fury. It will be the IceSpirit in the white jerseys. They're headed down to our left-hand side here in period number one. The Fury will be headed down to our right-hand side. A couple of Wisconsin teams going at it in this round-robin contest. What should be the final round-robin contest here for the IceSpirit. It will be the second contest for the Fury. They fell 3-1 a little earlier today to the Sabres. The IceSpirit taking on the St. Jude Knights earlier today, and that one got up into the double digits on the St. Jude side. It was a tough sledding earlier this morning for the IceSpirit, and just like earlier today, just 8 skaters at the disposal of the IceSpirit, but they hung in well with the Sabres yesterday, and good chance for them to face off and get back into that championship game conversation here in their third round robin contest. Now carrying up over the line, this is number 19, Erin Olsen stepping in. We'll get you the rosters here in just a moment. Goaltenders we can tell you about, number 30, Anna Sanders. She's been one of the better goaltenders throughout this tournament. Elena James also playing very well earlier today against the Sabres. She wears number 10, and she is in net for the Fury. If you haven't seen any of these contests just yet, rules a little bit different here as far as how the scoring goes down, and then what we do after the games. There will be a shootout no matter what happens in regulation, as this one is carried in and the shot is taken wide. Shootout is a bit of an exhibition to determine the top goaltender in the tournament. Goaltender with the best save percentage once the tournament is all over with is going to be getting a special award. Gets a nice banner to remember this Ponytail tournament. So again, we'll have that for you at the conclusion of regulation. 2 points for a regulation win, no points for regulation loss if these two teams are tied at the end of 36 minutes. It will be 1 point aside, 1 point for taking a lead through a period, and not necessarily taking a lead, but outscoring your opponent in a period. So you could theoretically go up 3-0 in one period and then have the other team come back and score 2 goals. They would get the point in the second period then. Kind of helps teams stay in the mix, if you will. If the two teams have an even number of goals in the period, then what ends up happening is they split it. Half point. Just starts making a whole bunch of extra math for a bunch of people who are good at communications, and that can get messy. So I leave that to better people, and I will await what happens there with all of the calculations throughout this tournament. Been a good one so far, as this one's carried in over the line. Now, as we mentioned, we'll tell you about these two teams as that shot is in, and Sanders makes the save. The IceSpirit, led by Sanders in net. She's number 30. Abby Evans is number 5. Hannah Kasdorf, number 9. She wasn't here earlier this morning. Taylor Nisius, number 10. Natalie Rawolf, number 11. Lily Waxenberg, number 13. Charlotte Viggy, number 14. Megan Brown, number 17. Erin Olsen, number 19. Stella Rachel, number 23. And Ella Kenny, number 27. The rostered players for the IceSpirit. Again, they're the ones wearing the white jerseys in this contest. That one is sent back out by the Junior Fury out of the Beloit area, carried across the line, and that will be an offside. A whistle on a face-off coming up with 8:08 left in the period. 12-minute periods. No resurfacing of the ice between 1 and 2 or 2 and 3. We'll take care of that after the conclusion of this contest. The Fury wearing the black jerseys attacking down to our right-hand side. Elena James is the goaltender. Number 2 is Lexi Cooper. Maddie Meeson, number 11. Morgan Mounts scored earlier today. She's number 12. Bree Murillo, number 15. Sophie McCurrow, number 20. Elizabeth Schultz, number 21. Mika Mena, number 27. Allison Sullivan, number 31. Becca Karps, number 39. Gabriel Traver, number 42. Samantha Wells, number 48. And Olivia Combs, who has some pretty good jump from that blue line. You'll want to keep an eye on her. She wears number 71. Played back up toward the point area. This one is held in by Schultz. A long wrist shot that is stopped up in the slot area. Played back over to the near sidewall. The IceSpirit have been hemmed in their own end for most of this tournament already. But they counterpunch well, and here comes one right now. Here's Rawolf coming across the line, leaving it off at the circle. Was hoping to have Lily Waxenberg catch up, but she couldn't get to it in time, and now the Fury are back out. Mika Menon carries across. Menon going 1-on-3. Stepped around one defender. Couldn't get around the second. This one played back to the line, back out. Schultz overskates the puck. Picked up at the red line by Samantha Wells. Now bank back toward the line. This eventually back out to center. Wells tying up with Natalie Rawolf. It comes back to the Arctic Fury line. Fury will send that one ahead into the skates of Murillo. Fury with it once more, played back ahead. Like we said, number 12, that's Mounts. She scored a little earlier today, got behind the defense just 45 seconds into the game against the Sabres. The puck flipped in by Abby Evans. She'll chase it down. Here's Mounts. Back behind her own goal, trying to gain a head of steam. Lost the handle on the puck. It's still loose at the line, picked up by Evans. Evans trying to get a shot off, can't do that. It will be tied up at the circle now. Waxenberg, attempted centering pass, knocked away. Puck is loose, there's Evans. Intercepted in front again, and now taken back out by the Fury. 3-on-2, a chance for some numbers, passed ahead. This is Meeson trying to pass it back, and it's Sanders getting a stick on it. Now fed back out in front, puck is loose, score! Bree Murillo finds the loose puck in front, puts it past Sanders. 1-0 lead for the Fury with 5:43 left in period number 1. We'll give assists to 12 and 11 on that. So we'll give one to Meeson, we'll give one to Mounts. Mounts originally started that charge. It was Meeson with a pass from behind the net that ended up in the skates of a whole bunch of players in front and finally found by Bree Murillo. And there's Menon. Going to take it right back at the top of the circle. Save made, rebound, chances, stopped by Sanders. Anna Sanders coming up with a stop, and then a really nice one on the rebound attempt. Got over, took away the bottom of the net, and is able to cover up and get a whistle here with 5:24 left of the period. Play back over to this side by the IceSpirit. Fury will throw it back on net. The bouncing puck that gets knocked away by Viggy. Good hand-eye coordination there to control the bouncing puck. Not always easy to do. Played back out to center. Fury again clogging things up in the neutral zone. This is Olivia Combs. She'll pass it ahead for number 31. That's Allison Sullivan. Sullivan in the corner. It's played back to the line. Now knocked away by the Spirit. And it might be a foot race for this puck. Rawolf trying to get away from the stick check of Combs. Combs just a little too quick, comes back and is able to rip it away. Now Combs winding up in her own zone, working down the near side wall, trying to step free of all of the IceSpirit defenders at the wall. Unable to do that. This one's going to come back into Fury territory. Cooper passed across. Now here's Sullivan, right on her tape. Sullivan going to take that shot, gets blocked. Here's Sullivan with it again. In the corner, throws it in front. The one-timer is chopped just wide by Menon. This one's going to go all the way back down, and chasing it will be Lexi Cooper. Doesn't need to get there, though, as that will roll down for an icing. We'll get a whistle. We'll get a stoppage here with 3:58 left in this swift-moving first period between the IceSpirit and the Fury. The IceSpirit picking up 3 points yesterday in their tie against the Sabres. They won 2 periods, and then a late tie took away the 2 points, so they have 3. The Sabres had 2, but a little bit earlier on today, they were able to take down the Fury and win 1 of 3 periods. That one chopped in. Another goal scored by the Fury, and this time it's Maddie Meeson in front. A little delayed celebration, but there it is. Scored with 3:49 left in the period. So the Fury now up 2-0. If we can give an assist on that one as well, we'll give another one to number 12, Morgan Mounts, who was back behind the net. Passed that one back out in front, and it was Meason who chopped it past the goaltender. So like we said, the Fury, with just 1 point out of that loss a little earlier today, they did split 2 periods, so they will have 1 point. Could pick up one here if they hold this lead for another 3 minutes and 25 seconds. The 5-point sweep performed by St. Jude a little earlier today, winning all 3 periods and then picking up the 2 points as well. Now carried back in by Brown, trying to weave through, took the shot, did not make it in on net. Brown going to try again, twisted right out in front, and it's knocked away by Wells. Right in front of our goaltender, James. Back over to the near side wall. Here are the Fury with it again. Trying to clear it back out. Evans won't allow. She plays it back into the corner on this side. Elizabeth Schultz trying to skate it out now over to the far side. Played it back up to the point area. Evans twists it back down low. 2 minutes, 37 seconds left in the period. A 2-0 lead for the Fury. Trying to hold on and gain some points in the standings. Now right out in front. That one is chopped wide. Nice pass, and then Lily Waxenberg got a stick on it. Just didn't have the angle. Another puck thrown back down low. It was intercepted by Wells. Wells going to stop up and almost lost it right at the side of the net. Plays it over to the corner. Now played back down low here. The Fury with it once more. Wells picking up the puck. She'll take it at the circle. Had it ripped away, and now here is Evans. With it again, Evans looking to center, got knocked away. One of the goal scorers there, Bree Murillo. Played back to the line and eventually out. The IceSpirit will have to reset. Good offensive pressure there for them, though, as they try to cut into the deficit. Turned back now by Brown, a little space, but the IceSpirit step in offside with 1:32 left in period number 1. Here's a face-off coming up just outside of the Fury zone. The IceSpirit -1 player out on the ice right now, so they'll send Abby Evans back out. Like we said, just enough for 1 line, 2 spare forwards, and 1 spare D. Kids get a lot of ice time in this tournament. Flip wide. That one is played right back toward the point area. It's Viggy taking the shot. Gets blocked by Sullivan, who plays it back out. And Sullivan going to try to carry on now. Pokes that one back down into Sanders' territory. Sanders sticks it aside, leaves it off for Nicias. Nicias ahead for Rachel. Knocked down. Menon is there. Menon feeding that one back toward the slot area. Here is a shot from Sullivan. Comes in. Save is made by Sanders, and she'll cover up. Just 55.5 seconds left in the period. Like we said, if this lead is to hold for the Fury, they'll gain a point in the standings. Right now, St. Jude with 5, 6 for the Sabres, but that's through 2 games. Actually, I think they might actually be at 7. Nope, 6 points for the Sabres. 2 in their first game, 4 in their second. Like we said, 3 for the IceSpirit, and this is their final round-robin contest, so they're going to want to try to jump over the Sabres. They need 3 points to get into that second spot. The Fury looking to take 1 point away right here. Now played just across the line. It will be Evans trying to get that puck free. Mounts chopping away at it across the blue line, then back out to center. Here are the Spirit now with a head of steam. This is Rawolf trying to pass it back. Nobody home. And the Fury are back out now. 1-on-2. And here is some space for Olivia Combs. But the buzzer sounds. And that brings period number 1 to an end. 2 goals in that first period, both by the Fury, 5:43 left. The goal by Bree Murillo, assisted by number 12, Morgan Mounts, and number 11, Maddie Meeson. And then Maddie Meeson scoring with 3:49 left in the period, assisted by Morgan Mounts, bringing us to our 2-0 lead for the Fury. They gain a point in the standings, putting them up to 2 now. We'll be back with the second period in just a moment. Welcome back, everyone. Period number 2 underway from Lake Delton Ice Arena. The 2014 Wisconsin Dells Ponytail Tournament. Round-robin contest between the IceSpirit and the Fury. The Fury right now with a 2-0 lead after the first 12 minutes. They'll be headed down to our left-hand side here in period number 2, trying to keep the offense going, but it's turned over right in front now. Here's also with a shot. That one's off the side of the net, and James got enough of that one to steer it aside as well. This one played back toward the corner, knocked away. The Fury sending it back toward the line. IceSpirit trying to find a little offense here, having surrendered that 2-goal lead. Like we said, this is their final round-robin contest, so they'll need to find a little bit more here. Puck is still loose over at the near side wall. Good pressure here by the IceSpirit to start out. Had to show a lot of spirit throughout these contests with a short bench, but there's a shot on and a save made by James. IceSpirit, some good offensive pressure to start off period number 2, and the Fury working it back out now. Carried across the line. That one is played back toward the corner. And there's a shot taken. That one sticked aside by the goaltender Sanders. Play back toward the line. Here is Sanders with it again. Knocked away by the Fury. Intercepted, though. Sticked aside once again by the goaltender James. Here we see the Spirit once again starting to tilt the ice down to the right-hand side, trying to get a little offense going as it comes back to the point area. Knocked down by Nicias. Fed in front. Back at an attempt by Brown. Doesn't get through. And the Fury will play it back out to center. Viggy trying to get that puck in, is able to get it across the line, and now working over toward the far side. This is Menon. Menon attracting a lot of attention, is able to pass that one ahead, and then sent in by Sullivan. Now played back out, and a chance for Rawolf to use that speed to generate something here at neutral. Rawolf walking in, takes the shot, the save is made. Elena James starting to see a little bit more action here in the second period. Sullivan looking to carry out. She'll get it back out to center. Nicias, little miscommunication. Comes back over to this side. And this is Meeson. Meeson centering pass. Menon shot and then chopped it wide. And the rebound comes right back to the blue paint. And it'll be covered up by Sanders. Few good opportunities there for the Fury to make this a 3-0 lead, but once again, Anna Sanders in that crease is able to cover up the puck with 8:54 now left in the period. There's one that is deflected right back in on net. Be played back out to center by the IceSpirit. Collision there at the wall. IceSpirit will have it again. Still trying to generate that offense. And it'll be flipped back in by Sullivan. Back over at the near side point area. A couple of players coming together. Three Fury players, one IceSpirit player. Now a centering pass. IceSpirit still can't clear. It'll be taken by Meeson again. Fed right back out front, knocked away, and here comes a chance. Aaron Olson trying to lead the charge. Going to create a 2-on-1. Here's Olson working over to the near side with a backhanded shot. James knocks it aside. Olson throws it right back out in front. There's Brown. The puck is loose, and the stop is made by James. Olson overskates the puck. Poked back out by the Fury. Maybe a chance for some numbers coming back the other way. A developing 3-on-2. There's a shot taken. That one is deflected wide off of the skate of Viggy. Now Sullivan with the intercept will give it back down low. Sullivan goes right back out front, hoping for that puck. Didn't come through. IceSpirit with it again. They'll send that puck in, and back behind the goal with 7:07 left, the Fury will try to reset and recharge. Evans is there, knocked away from her. Played back by the Fury. Now Rochelle is going to knock it off of the stick of Wells. Centering pass. Evans again trying to twist the shot. That one gets knocked away. It'll be played back over to the near sidewall. Waxenberg back at the point area. Trying to play it back down low. Comes back out to center. And here is Mounts catching up to it. Good defensive play getting back by Nicias. This one is sent all the way down, and it will be an icing with 6:26 left in the period. They face off over to the right-hand side of Anna Sanders. Mounts looking for that puck. It's still loose at the dot. Attempted centering pass, didn't get through. There's Mounts with it again. Another shot taken. That one through a couple of those skates and back out over to the far side corner. Here's Rochelle. Carries that back and pushes it ahead all the way back into Fury territory. It'll be taken by Combs. Like we said, if she can wind up a little bit, you got to watch out for Olivia Combs. And here she goes. Tried to pass it off, though. Got intercepted by Brown. Played back to the line. Viggy right back to the Fury line. Now the Fury going to try to move the puck over toward this side, where it's taken by number 39, Becca Karps. Puck still in the defensive zone for the IceSpirit. There's Karps trying to twist that puck down low. Karps going to get it right back. Nice play by Menon to hold the line. Karp's shot goes wide. Picked up by the IceSpirit. Viggy met by Menon. Karps with it again. Has one all alone in front if she can find her. Couldn't get that pass through, though. Going to come to Combs. Combs plays that puck back down low. There's an attempted pass by Murillo. Didn't make it through. Combs finding Murillo again. Pass turned her around, and now trying to get off to the races. That was Nicias, but Combs got back and stopped her up. Turned over just inside the blue line, got knocked away. Here is the IceSpirit trying to play it back down into the corner. Back over to the near side, the Fury with it once again. That one right back to the far side corner now as the IceSpirit continuing to find a couple of chances here. They just shot another one wide in this period, but unable to find a way to solve the goaltender, Elena James. Again, we're scoreless here in the second, and as we've passed the midway point, we're now down to 4:12 left in the period. It'll be 1 point on the line in this period. Right now, we're going to split that point in half and send it to both teams, unless something changes. Olsen trying to make things change. She took the shot. It got knocked aside by James. Don't forget, at the end of this contest, regardless of the result, we will have a shootout. Invite you to stick around with us. Anna Sanders has stopped 7 out of 10 in her 2 shootout games so far. On the other side, Elena James a little earlier today, I believe stopping at 3 out of 5. Yes, indeed, 3 out of 5 on the stops for James in that game against the Sabres. Again, best save percentage at the end of the tournament. Wins a special award. Sanders, one of the front runners for that one. She's clicking off at 70% in the shootout. Not easy to do. Right now, they're all kind of chasing the save percentage of two players. Taylor Pallian for the Sabres. She stopped 4 out of 5, and then Marina Pizor out of St. Judas stopped 4 out of 5. But they've both only played one game so far, so chance for that to change. Bank back up the wall. Here are the Fury with it again. Now Mena with a shot. Stop is made by Sanders. Trying to clear. Can't get that one out. It's still tied up right at the top of the circle. Comes back to the point now. Eventually helped back out to center. This is Brown. Carrying in, steps around the defender. Brown in, takes the shot. It gets blocked, and then the rebound is chopped just wide. Rawolf was right there. Couldn't put it home. That was a good chance for the Spirit. Like we said, they'd like to get that extra point, too. It would be a double bonus at this point as they would chop into the lead and put themselves in position for that point. 2 minutes and 3 seconds left in the period. Now the Fury carrying it across the line. That one through the defender, back over to the corner. Fed out in front by Mounts. Trying to get back to the puck, knocked away by Waxenberg. Waxenberg stopped up, will play it back toward the line. This one is out to center. Now a chance for Rawolf if she can get around the defender. Rawolf turned back and now picked up by the IceSpirit again at neutral. Across the line, Fury with a 3-on-1. A shot taken by number 42. That is Traver. She missed it wide. 1:22 left in the period. Traver again, another shot taken. This one gets knocked down in front. Waxenberg running out of time. Clears it off the doorstep. Comes right back to her, though. And now over to the near side wall. Fury looking to get a little something going here. They wouldn't mind taking that extra point either. Already got one from the first period. This one comes back toward the line. Can the Spirit get it out? No, they can't. Held in by Meason. And it comes right back to her. Meason trying to walk through. A couple of the cracks at it. Third crack at it. Finally gets it on net. Now a backhanded attempt by Menon. Fed back over. Here's Meason. Backhander, and that one's just wide. Good pressure coming from the Fury. See if the IceSpirit can clear. Back to the line. Yes, indeed. They'll get it back out to center with 32 seconds left in the period. Fury got onside just in time. Heads up play by Sullivan coming off of the bench. In a hurry to skate back to that blue line and keep the play onside. Here's Karps, centering pass. Doesn't get through. Batted back toward the slot area. It is taken back now 2-on-2. Olsen leading the charge. Just 10 seconds left in the period. Let's see if she can get a shot off. Olsen walking in, taking the shot. That one's deflected wide. With 4 seconds left in the period, IceSpirit picking it back up at the near side wall, and the buzzer will sound. That'll do it for the second period. No scoring. Teams will split that point, a half going to each, and we will head into the third with the 2-0 lead for the Fury over the Spirit. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, everyone. Period number 3 underway from Lake Dalton Ice Arena in this 2014 Wisconsin Dells Ponytail Tournament. My name is Matt Panier. Happy to be bringing you all of the action here today in this round-robin contest between the IceSpirit and the Fury. Fury with a 2-0 lead. It is their second round-robin contest. It is the third for the IceSpirit. 1 tie and 1 loss so far for them. Like we said, lots of points still to be gained through the period wins. The Fury winning the first period with their 2 goals, and then the second period gets the split point. Neither team scoring in the second stanza. Comes back to the point area. This is Combs going to fire that shot. Bouncer headed toward the net. Got knocked down on the way to Sanders. Olsen's looked pretty good back there with some jump. Number 19 for the IceSpirit. We'll see if they can find a way to get her going here in period number 3. Puck comes right to her stick at center. Here's Aaron Olsen. Had it knocked away. Olsen trying to chip that one free. It's back at the wall. Olsen lost it in her skates. Fury have it again. This is Sullivan. Can't get it past Olsen. Back to the red line. Knocked down by Lexi Cooper. Now Menon. Menon skating through a couple. Had it ripped away. Now deflected off of the skates of Sullivan. Here comes Menon again, walking off of the wall. Menon tried to take the shot. Didn't get past Viggy. Viggy tying up in front with number 15, Bree Murillo. This one back out to center. Going to be a race for the puck, and it looks like Brown's going to win it. Here comes Brown for the IceSpirit. Let's see if she can turn the corner. No. Could not get enough on the puck as she tried to center. Fed right back to the point area, though. Here's Viggy holding the line. Long wrist shot, a bouncer. That is going to be deflected wide. Back in the corner, spinning back now. This is number 48, Samantha Wells. Played back ahead by the Fury. Oh, got to credit the Fury doing a good job, even though the IceSpirit have been able to find a little bit of offense. Since the end of that first period, the Fury haven't let anything easy get on their goaltender, Elena James. Turned over again. There's Schultz throwing it back down low. 9 minutes, 30 seconds left in the period. Fury trying to keep that offense going. One goal here would be a pretty big turn of events for the Fury. Taking a look at their standings, they only gained 2 points earlier today. There's Menon with a shot, and that one is stopped by Sanders. Pardon me, they only gained 1 point earlier today. The 2-period ties in that 3-1 loss to the Sabres, which gave them 1. So they've got 1 again. So put them up to 2. And now here comes Viggy. Back the other way. Viggy, shot. That one sails wide. This one fed right back toward the net mouth, and a lot of Fury players are there. So if the Fury can find a goal here in the third, they would get another point to go along with their half a point from the second, plus the 2 points for the win. Propel them back toward that battle for second place. Again, top 2 teams after the round robin are headed to the championship game. That takes place tomorrow. This one played back in. It'll be Lexi Cooper retrieving for the Fury. Passed ahead for Karps. Karps fanned on it. Puck is still loose. Olsen falling down. Might have tripped on the puck or on the stick of Karps. No penalty called, though. IceSpirit at center, trying to get it free, and now look out. Here's Mounts back behind the defense. Let's see if she can catch up with the puck and generate a scoring chance. Backhanded attempt. Sanders knocked it aside. Now a one in front. Sullivan is denied. Another save made by Sanders. Well, we saw Sanders yesterday in that contest against the Sabres with some nice saves. There was another nice one for Anna Sanders. The IceSpirit will play it back into Fury territory now. 7.5 left in the period. Again, regardless of how this one ends up, we'll be headed to the shootout. 5 players aside. All the way back down in IceSpirit territory. This one's going to keep going, and it will be an icing with 7:13 left in the period. So maybe a chance here for the IceSpirit right off of the face-off to get something going. And kind of keeping an eye on number 19, Erin Olsen. She's not on the ice right now. Natalie Rawolf is. She wears number 11. Has had her offensive moments in this contest as well. Now Schultz strong on that puck, trying to play it back to the line. There it is, played toward the slot area, knocked away by Rochelle. Walking in, shot, and the save is made. James leaves, no rebound. Big stop by the keeper for the Fury. It's a good play there to get off the wall by the IceSpirit, and then the Fury goaltender getting stared down by Stella Rachel. But got the glove on the puck and did not allow the IceSpirit to get on the board. By the way, some other awards being given away. We mentioned best goaltender in the shootout's going to get a special award. Also got some banners or I shouldn't say banners, I should say patches for those players that have a hat trick or a shutout in this tournament. Hat trick not looking like an easy thing to come by in this game with two pretty good goaltenders, but the goaltender Elena James on the Fury side is after one of those things that shall remain nameless. Can't jinx the goalie. This one's touched up, and it looks like the Fury are going to be shorthanded. 6:27 left. We're nearing the halfway point of this third period. The IceSpirit continuing to apply the pressure. We'll see if being up one player helps out. Send Aaron Olsen into center. 2 minutes up on the board for the power play. IceSpirit over the face-off. Olsen had it knocked away by Mounts. Puck is still loose. Olsen trying to find that puck. A backhanded attempt kicked aside by James. Now Cooper attempted clear. Doesn't get out. Here is Evans. Evans centering pass. Knocked away. Here is Evans again. Playing it back over to the far side wall. Knocked away by Brown. Brown trying to get to the net. That one deflected just wide. Evans was there on the back door. Couldn't quite catch up with the puck. One-timer from Olsen, knocked away. Now carried up by the Fury, and indeed they can just send that one the length of the ice, being shorthanded. Able to get the clear. 1:12 left on the power play for the IceSpirit. In need of a goal here. Shot taken. That one in on Sanders. She'll just stick it aside. Always fun to watch some of these younger goaltenders and the technique. Enough to make the parents nervous from time to time, but they got it. They know what they're doing. Now, Olsen is able to send this one back into Fury territory. Be picked up by Olivia Combs. Skates away from one. Combs going to send it ahead, looking for Menon. Pass doesn't get there just yet. Evans able to tie it up along the wall. There's Olsen, centering pass, going to come all the way back. Just hops away from Rauwolf. She'll send it right back in front. Olsen's backhanded attempt goes wide. Got in on net and then sticked aside by the goaltender James. 13 seconds left on the power play for the IceSpirit. To the point area. Held in by Waxenberg. Here is a backhanded shot that doesn't get through. It was off of the stick of Rauwolf. Another shot from Olsen, and she skipped that one just wide. Power play over. Fury back to full strength. Evans was all alone in the slot area. The pass misconnects, and she'll have to chase it back over to the wall. Now, Olsen fires the shot, and another nice save made by James. Getting down, steering that one out of trouble. Good play there. Wells able to get it back out to center. Changes being made on both sides. Here come the Fury. This is Meason. Meason working over to the near side. Meason takes the shot. Couldn't get it off the first time. Tried the second time. Ended up pushing it back behind the goal. Bank back toward the line. This will be past Schultz and back out to center. Elizabeth Schultz with a pass ahead. Deflected off of one of the IceSpirit players. Nicias with a puck. Nicias ahead for Evans. Evans passed ahead. This one will go for Brown, but it goes too far down, and that'll be an icing. 3:19 now remaining in the period. Fury trying to hang on to that 2-0 lead that they gained in the first period. Goals not too far apart, really. Less than 2 minutes apart. Minute 54, actually. 5:43 from Murillo, and then one at 3:49. This one is sent back out to center. Second goal scored by Maddie Meason. one is played back toward the net mouth. The clock is not yet started. And this one will go back, and it'll be tied up at the side of the net. We've lost about a minute here, and the clock is still not yet running. Played back down low. And I think the ref was thinking about blowing the whistle here. Still hasn't done it. And now here come the Fury back out. A chance to carry in. This is Nissi. A shot, score! So Nissi scores. The clock did not start. Now the Fury coach pointing that out. It'll be up to the officials here to determine how much time did run off. I can tell you it probably wasn't 3:19, so that goal should stand. They've run it down to 3:13 now. And now down to 1:43, which seems about right. So 1:43 left. The goal scored by the IceSpirit number 10, Taylor Nissi. And that changes the contest here a bit. It's now a 2-1 game. Could give the IceSpirit a point, and now within striking distance of getting that tie. We'll keep an eye on the goaltender, Anna Sanders, as the Fury carry it back out to center. Pass across, here's Mounts at it, knocked away. Viggy stepping up. Viggy trying to bank it ahead. We get a whistle and an offside here with 1:08 left in the period. So again, we're going to keep our eye on Carroll, see if that extra attacker comes out for the IceSpirit, trailing by 1 here in period number 3. Nice pushback by the IceSpirit after going down 2-0 earlier in this contest. Now less than a minute remaining. Keeping an eye on Carroll, still in net. Played back over to this side at the wall. Played back into Fury territory. Carroll still in net right now. Puck is deflected away. Carroll skating back to the bench. Extra attacker coming out now for the IceSpirit with 35 seconds left in the period. Here's Cooper. Cooper decides to go back behind the net, trying to walk away. Intercepted, fed right out in front, and then rejected by Combs. 20 seconds left of the period. Here is Aaron Olson. Can't get it free. Murillo is there. Murillo with the puck at the circle. She gets tied up. Murillo trying to help it back out to center. Nissi is there. Murillo is able to get it back out to neutral. Played right back in by the IceSpirit. 4.9 seconds left and offside. And a chance for one final rush here in the third period. Gonna take some doing here for the IceSpirit. Stranger things have happened. This one is fed right through. Here comes Rawolf in. She's knocked off the puck, and the buzzer sounds. The Fury will take the 2-1 win in regulation. 5:43, Bree Murillo, assisted by Morgan Mounts and Maddie Meason. 3:49, Maddie Meason, assisted by Morgan Mounts. Those were the two Fury goals in the first period. And then the IceSpirit with that third period goal scored with 1:43 left, scored by number 10. That was Taylor Nissi. I think they might have given Waxenberg an assist on that one as well, number 13. So, after regulation, the IceSpirit will get 1 point. No points for the regulation loss, but they did win the third period, so they'll get that point. They'll also get a half a point from period number 2 with the split. So from their 3, now up to 5.5 points in the standings after 3 contests. The Fury on the other side, they gained 1 earlier today. You can add the 2 for the win. You can add 1 more for the first period, and then a half for the split. So a total of 3.5 to add to their 1 from earlier today, brings them up to 4.5 through 2 contests. Now, as we said, shootout coming up to determine the top goaltender of the shootouts in this tournament. Here comes Murillo in on Anna Sanders. Murillo, backhander right through the 5-hole. She scores. Nice moves there by Murillo. Scored the first goal of the game and scores the first goal of the shootout. Charlotte Viggy, number 14. Going against Elena James, who stopped 3 out of 5 a little earlier today. Viggy, shot, James, save is made. Stop there for the Fury keeper. Spinning back at center, this is number 42, Gabrielle Traver. Working over to the right side, pulls it back to the forehand, tried to elevate, got it over Sanders, but missed the net. Stop for Sanders here in round 2. Megan Brown. Brown going to set things up for the IceSpirit. She'll carry in over the blue line. Now staring down the tender. Brown in, forehand, shot it wide. Count that as another stop for Elena James, doing a good job just kind of waiting out the IceSpirit player. Megan Brown able to force it wide. Maddie Meason coming in on Sanders. Meason, a shot stopped by Sanders. So Sanders now 2 for 3. They come in on Elena James. This will be Natalie Rawolf. Rawolf walking in, deking all the way down, takes the shot, and the save is made by James. James now 3 for 3. At center ice, stepping up, ready to go, Morgan Mounts. Mounts right in on the keeper, backhanded, shot is off the side of the net. Sanders credited with another stop, now 3 for 4 for Anna Sanders. Goalie standing tall in this shootout. Stella Rachel. Walking right in with some good speed. Rachel takes the shot and the save is made by James. 4 for 4 for Elena James. Certainly helping her case to take that banner home out of the Ponytail tournament. Sullivan coming in on Sanders. Trying to pull that forehand, she scores! Just muscled it right over the stick hand side. Or actually over the glove hand side. The stick was there for Sanders, but the goal scored. Nice little move there by number 31, Allison Sullivan. So Sanders will end at 3 for 5. Now let's see if Elena James can stay perfect. Abby Evans trying to take that away. Evans walking in, shot. James with the save. She stops all 5. So the Fury take the 2-1 win in regulation, and Elena James comes up with all 5 stops in the shootout, moving her now to 8 of 10 saved, up to 80%. Looking good for her. Trying to make a case as the best the best keeper in the shootouts. Now 10 out of 15 on the other side for Sanders. So again, a 2-1 final for the Fury over the IceSpirit here in this round robin contest. We thank you for joining us as part of this 2014 Ponytail Tournament production. We'll catch you next time.